Hey guys, I just thought I'd make another video tonight. I didn't want to go live, but I just needed someone to talk to. Um, it's rough right now. Things are bad. um, I'd love to go right now. I'm just really stressed out. I'm having anxiety, worrying about my future, thinking about. Excuse me. That's another problem I have. I always have a stuffed up throat, and no matter what I do, it stays stuffed up. I'm sure it's. I know it's a benzo symptom. I've looked it up. So pardon my voice. It's nothing I can do. I'd just be taking pills all the time to get well if I live that way. But of course, I ain't gonna do that. I I keep having, obsession. I mean, some of it could be OCD naturally. I don't know everything because if I just had never gone through this horrendous nerve damage, I at least would know, you know, that it was the autism, that it was the OCD. I at least know that that it would be that. But I don't know. So, you know. Could be that, could be the benzo withdrawal, that, my brain and my nervous system is so messed up, I don't know. But I have them obsessions. I keep falling into that, what they call that YouTube rabbit hole. I'll see a video and I want to click on it all the time, and, it just distracts you. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's not a lot of things I can do anyway. I'm just not able, but it's such a distraction, any subject that you see a video, you want to click on it, and but the reason we have the YouTube and the YouTube TV, we have a Roku stick, the reason we even did that was because it's so expensive to, have cable for us. We don't have a lot of money, and cable's like $100 and something just for a basic package. Or not cable, we had a dish, DirecTV. So screw them, that's why we got rid of it. And because a lot of times I don't really care about watching anything. I just want some sound on in the background. A TV show. So I may just have to click it over to YouTube TV, which is like watching cable. Excuse me, to avoid the YouTube rabbit hole. Like I said, I know it may not be nothing to anybody else, but I worry about it because it's, YouTube, of course, is free on the Roku. It's the one thing that's free. And the Roku player, of course, is a free Roku channel, which is one of the apps on there. Stream, whatever they call it. Of course, the YouTube TV we pay for, but it went up in price, so yeah, not a lot, but $70-something still went up. First time they've gone up in 3 years, but they did go up, and it's just like same old shit. Always trying to get money from you, but I don't want to go off into that. I don't care about that right now. That's just greed and everything else. But anyway, I think about, if I have to go back to work. I don't know what I'm going to do unless I inherit a lot of money. And see, I don't know, and I'm going to make a separate video on this, so I'm not going to talk about it much here. But I don't know how much money it takes to live on. Like if I inherit, for example, if you inherited $1 billion, you can live on that, the rest of your life, right? I don't know how much it would take in the United States to stay in this house or buy a better house. I don't mean like a mansion, but, a little bit better than this place. One day when it's just me and not have to work because, I don't know how I'd do it. I don't know. Terrified of it because I've never done it. Of course, if you mention that, it's just because you're lazy, you don't want to work. They don't know the situation. They never had autism, which, messed up their work career. They never went through the horrors of benzo withdrawal like I'm going through, which has destroyed my life. They don't know any of this. just like I saw this political news video and I had to click on it, and it's like, I just have to stay off YouTube. Not YouTube TV, but the YouTube. I just got to stay off of it. Other than just, um, uploading these videos, because I have to get out of that addiction. It's like a drug. I don't know what to do. I mean, if I got to go back to work one day, I've got to get used. And this is the fear I'm having about working. Getting used to a sleep schedule. I haven't been used to a sleep schedule in a long time. Part of that was when I was younger and I lifted weights all the time. I was here by myself. This was decades ago. That was before I went into the benzo withdrawal real bad. No, that's before I went into it at all. I was still on the medication. But, I wasn't taking things seriously, obviously, back then, so I stayed up all night, and didn't do anything. But then when I was trying to get my life together, and really start growing up, I mean, this was long before YouTube was a big thing. This was long before any of that stuff. What was I going to say? Sorry if I lose my train of thought here. That's another symptom I'm having. My thinking. Oh yeah. When I was going to come off the medication, when I was going to get serious, bam! I got knocked into the benzo withdrawal, and of course there wasn't any kind of sleep schedule I possibly could have. And thank God I had my mom. So I don't know what I would have done. Everything was so severe, and I didn't even drive back in those days. This was when I was 28 years old, and I still didn't drive. And oh my God, I was in hell, stuck here, going crazy. I felt like I was going mad. It was even worse than what this is. This is bad, but it ain't nothing like that was. And I was just terrified. I thought I was going to go crazy. I thought my mom was going to leave me. I thought it was just bizarre thinking when I came off. Of course, that was the medication. I didn't know that. And but I had mental symptoms, physical symptoms, emotional symptoms. Just hundreds of symptoms. I can't even name all of them that I had. It was just torture. And you're not in your right mind, and it's brutal. And so of course I had no sleep schedule for at least 3 or 4 years, and then I kind of got back to normal. Not back to normal. Like I said, I didn't know that I wasn't over this, but let's just say it was a lot better. The withdrawal was severely lessened. The waves, where your symptoms worsen and intensify, that they were getting much weaker to where I could function again. I was starting to be able to go to sleep in a normal kind of pattern and other things. And then that's when in 2018 I thought, well, I need to get this weight off. I was still thinking about women. God, I look back on that now. Oh, wish I'd never done it. But in early 2018, I started thinking, well, I've got to get the weight off. And that was all I was thinking of. I had not exercised in years after exercising every day for 10 years. And, I didn't know what to do. And I said, well, it's been about 5-6 years I wasn't able to exercise because it worsened my symptoms. And like that, people don't understand when we say worsened your symptoms. I don't mean that they were worse for maybe an hour and then it just went away. No. It made them bad, and you were bad for days and days and days until your nervous system calmed back down. And so then I started exercising in 2018, just walking on a treadmill, basically. I'd walk for about an hour and get sweaty. And, it knocked me back into that horrendous wave I'm in now, to where I was in such severe pain I almost killed myself. It was so bad. And things are bad right now. I've been knocked back into a wave by eating some food, and what do you do about that? I don't know. But we got Domino's pizza, and I guess I shouldn't have ate that, but I'm trying to eat a little bit better. I'm going to do some different stuff, but it's hell. What do you do? Not much you can do. So, then I got knocked back into this horrendous wave again, and so what happened? My symptoms, I was driving by that point, and I was able to at least get out of the house, but my symptoms were severe. I couldn't sleep. I'd wake up in severe pain. I was losing my mind again. And that lasted at least 2 years. And I mean, I'm still, besides, like I said, you can't even describe this. It's so bad. And I'm not going to try to describe it to anybody other than anybody that's going through it or been through it. There's no other way. They're not going to listen. People aren't going to listen to how bad it is. They're just not. And that's why I don't help people anymore. I just say the hell with them. If you get on it, good luck. Because people, I want to take my pills. They didn't do that to me. And I just, too sick, man. I don't feel like getting into that nonsense anymore. And, but I mean, that's what I'm saying, I've been through all that, so of course what's happened? My symptoms are severe again. Right now I feel bad. I can't go to sleep right now. It's, 4 something in the morning. And I'm having the panic attacks and the neuropathy type symptoms, the pins and needles and all that kind of shit. And, I'm having that now again. So, I can't get in no regular sleep pattern with this stuff. And just like the other night, I got so sick I thought I would puke, literally. This was about 2 or 3 nights ago. And, what am I going to do? I can't, and with the vision problems, I can't be thinking of going to college with all this, for God's sake, or trying to work with all this. I mean, there's just no way. I mean, maybe if I worked for my family, I might could work that around. But, that's about it. And, I don't know. I'm just, just terrified. Don't know what to do. And like I said, me thinking about trying to have to work one day. I've never had a normal sleep schedule because of all this. And, that scares me. Will I ever be back to normal again? I don't know. I mean, I'm in hell right now, which is why I'm going to talk to a therapist whenever I get to see one. I find this so funny. Real quick, I'll just throw this in there. I hear this all the time. Boy, men just don't go for help. And that's the problem, is people won't go for help and try to get no help. Well, I did. I've done it for, I think I've gone and seen therapists since I was at least, on and off, since, 2008. And it's always been an issue. I either have them for a while and they just up and leave because it's at the mental health center and I don't have the money to get no fancy therapist or psychiatrist. I don't have money for that. And, it's just nonsense like that. And then it's like, it's just always something. Or they don't understand what you're talking about. Or you can't find a therapist. Or just like with me, they schedule you 2 months in the future. It's like, give me a break, man. Like, I'm trying. And you can't even afford to get a good therapist because I'm too poor to get one. And then you get the crappiest therapist and they up and leave all the time. The one that I had in 2008 was perfect. She knew autism. This was back before I was even this bad. And I thought, wow, I finally can at least talk to somebody that knows about that. Now, she left in a month. Went to Kansas or somewhere. And it's like, gee, thanks. It's just like... So I don't listen to that anymore when I hear about, people don't go for help. Hell, the system doesn't even help us. So, screw that shit. I'm sorry this video's going so long, but I just have to talk. I have nowhere to go. I don't, nobody I can talk to. If I come online and I, try to come online, if I ever talk about the one thing that helps me, and that's women paying attention to me, and it's almost like I'm living kind of that mini kind of fantasy. Oh, then all the incel jackasses jump on here and we got to hurt this guy. Never mind that he's literally in a living hell, literally, way worse than what they're going through. Because like I said, I got this comment. Yeah, I know it's sad. I just get on Discord and I talk about women. I wish I could have. I'm thinking, dude, if my only problem right now is that I didn't have a woman, I'd be a little sad. But man, I'd be so thankful right now that I wouldn't suffer this shit. That's fine, dude, that you're going through that, but dude, that's minor compared to what I'm going through. Jeez. Hell, a woman might even make it worse right now. Hell, I don't know. My mom ain't much of a help, so I mean, I need her. Don't get me wrong. I don't know what I'd do without her because it'd be so bad to be alone. But I mean, she's not some great help. I mean, I ain't gonna lie about it. It's just so tiring, and like I said, I don't know what's what because I don't know what's the benzo withdrawal. The physical stuff I know that's the withdrawal, but a lot of the other stuff I don't know. I break out all the time on my legs and things, and that's also a benzo symptom. I would get out right now and go drive. It's a little chilly tonight, but it's not too bad. But I can't, to calm me down because of the vision problems. I can't look straight ahead when I'm driving or my eyes cross. The one eye, it's the same one that I always get it happening to. I mean, it's been a while. It's been 2 weeks, but I'm just going to try to wait it out. It's a lot better than it was, but at least I can sit here. But I mean, I'm just in a mess right now. What do I do, man? I don't know. Man. What do you do when you're just suffering all the damn time and you can't do nothing about it, and you're just trying to make it, man. You're just trying to get through the days, and you can't because you're sick and you're too damn sick to do anything. And I don't know, man. I'd go out and walk. Well, not right now. It's 4 in the morning, but I mean, I'd go out and walk outside. Just walk around. That's what I used to do years and years ago when I was having any kind of stress, which compared to nowadays was nothing back then. But, I'd just go out and walk around. I can't do that. It vamps up my physical symptoms. Dan, I know the guy that I see in Wisconsin, he's going through kind of what I'm going through. He's the same way. He can't really exercise much. Vamps up his symptoms so bad. But unlike me, who is fat, I just keep gaining weight. It's like my body just retains. And of course, I can't eat healthy. I don't have no way to really do that. He keeps losing weight. He just looks like a rail. Like a poor anorexic guy. It's kind of sad. But I'd rather look like that. At least I was thin. At least I didn't have too much weight on me. But, what do? There's no way out. I just have to suffer. Just be here alone. Not literally alone, but... And that's what I mean. That's why I don't know how much money it would take to live. What it would take to live on. If I inherited... Obviously, you can't live on $10,000 inheritance. You can't live on $20,000. You can't live on $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000, $90,000. Probably not even $100,000. Live, like have any kind of quality of life, And, I don't know how much it would take. Boy, anybody's got $1 million laying around and you want to give it away, boy, I'd be thankful to have it. Honey, I'd take that and get me a small house and just live to myself, man, do the best that I could. It wouldn't be easy, but I'd try. Not so bad, not. Sometimes I feel better when the sun comes up, but sometimes I don't. So, don't know what to do. Ask for your prayers. I definitely need them. It's bad. It's real bad. Tell you, sometimes I wish I would just go. Of course, I can't mention that to a therapist. I can't go in there. I just wish I'd go. Oh, there it goes. Bring in the straitjacket and throw me in the mental institute. So you can't talk about that with them. Don't worry. I got 2 months to go. I may be a lot better by then. Yeah, sure, whatever. But you can't. I'm just tired of suffering. That's why sometimes I just wish I'd go. I mean, I have no quality of life. I can't do anything. I couldn't. I talk about trying to get a woman, but man, I can't do that like this. Not in the mental state I'm in. Not in the physical state I'm in. Not in the financial state I'm in. I can't go out and try to think about getting no woman, for God's sake. Hell, I know the rules. I know that I have to pretty much do everything. No matter how sick or anything else that I am. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm just so alone. I'm so tired of it. And I enjoy making the videos, you know, about the women, because that's the only joy I get. That's it. Literally, that's it. Nothing else really gives me joy. Sometimes the nostalgia of watching old shows helps. I like the old professional wrestling. I sometimes go back and watch that, but it reminds me of times when I was real happy, and that kind of gets me down. You know, it's just rough. And people that I spent time with back then when I was young, of course, their lives are a lot better than mine, and I'm sorry, they're not near the person that I am, and their lives are way better. You know, it hurts too much. And, boy, am I sick of suffering, man. Well, guys, I guess that's all I got to say. I just, you know, go ahead and get off here, and because my symptoms are kind of vamping up again. I just need to get off and lean back and see if I can get well again. So bad. Well, guys, have a good one.